Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, David Gale.
Hello and welcome to Local Point. I'm your host, David Gale, and here in the VTV6 studio we have Jessica Blunt and Samantha Clark in to discuss the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. It's wonderful to have you here. We've got a very short period of time, so Jessica, why don't we just start with Relay for Life, and you can tell me a little bit about the chapter here that puts it on and the event itself.
Okay. Relay for Life is a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. Here in the Uinta Basin, we are marking just over 20 years here in the basin. We've been doing it. And this is my fourth time chairing the event. I took a little break from 2008 until now. But to see all of the survivors from then to now, we had our survivor dinner last night and it was incredible. So Relay is, like I said, it's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, the biggest fundraiser that they do. And here in the basin, we have been doing incredible events every year. This year we pose a little bit of a challenge with the economic times.
Sure.
But, you know, it's really for us, we just want to be supportive and still share with people that we can still be there for each other despite the economic times.
Yes, definitely. When is the event?
The event is June 3rd and 4th, and it's in Naples City Park. And it starts at 6 o'clock, and we invite the whole basin. This is not a Vernal event. It's not a Naples event. It's the entire basin. If you're from out of town, please come.
Yes.
It's a free event. There's going to be a lot of entertainment and fun things for kids.
And you said 3rd and 4th, but it starts at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
This is an overnight event.
It is.
So tell me what happens.
Yeah. So we party all night long.
And it is. It's a party.
It's a party. It's celebrating life. It's remembering people that we've lost. And we do it so eloquently, and which I couldn't say. But we really have supported a lot of wonderful people throughout the years. And it's really an honor to be a part of this event.
Sure.
And like I said, we start at 6 and we kick off that 6 o'clock hour with the survivors, and the survivors take that first lap and will open up the relay for us.
And Samantha will be there.
Yes, Samantha, our wonderful survivor that I brought along with us.
Samantha, tell me, you've had cancer, and you have cancer again.
I had cancer again.
Okay, so tell me what kind of cancer you had and what you had, the process you had to go through in order to beat cancer.
I had an ependymoma. It is a brain cancer. I have had it 4 times, and the last time I had it, it went in my neck, which has never happened before. So they decided to do radiation and chemo.
And where does that have to be done? Is that done here?
No, it was done down in Salt Lake.
So you have to travel to Salt Lake and go have that done. And is it over a period of time? It's not, you don't just go one time, right?
No, I had to stay down at my grandma's. I had to do radiation for 30 days, and I did 6 rounds of chemo.
Wow, you are a strong kid. How does the Relay for Life and the American Cancer Society, how does that help you?
I think it helps. It makes you think about it's something fun for you to do with all this other stuff you've done.
Right, because you got a lot of bad stuff going on, and you get to see people who care about you.
Yeah.
And you get to be a part of that. Do you stay up all night for it?
I haven't yet, but I've only gone a few times.
Is it hard to stay up all night? People run around the track all night long?
Well, it's hard to stay when your mom wants to leave.
Hey, well, you know, you can't blame mom. It's bedtime. So what about this time? Are you going to try to stay up this time?
Yeah.
Okay. So when people come out, you all come out, see Samantha, stay up. We can all maybe have some sodas or something to drink to keep us awake throughout the night, and I know that there's games and activities and music and all kinds of stuff going on. So I can't wait for you all to be there with Samantha as well. Thank you for coming, Samantha. We've got to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk more about Relay for Life, have another survivor share their story. So stay tuned with us. Welcome back to Local Point. Before the break, we were discussing the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life, specifically here in the Uinta Basin. And we've got now here at the VTV6 studio, Marianne Spainhauer and her son, David Spainhauer, who is a cancer survivor who has been to Relay for Life at least once. Are you going to go again this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get recognized, right? So, David, we'll start with you. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about your story, your experience with cancer, and how Relay for Life has tied into that.
Well, what ended up happening was like woke up one morning and I couldn't speak correctly, and,
Oh, wow.
and so Mom ended up like rushing me to hospital. We just figured we'd see what it was. Didn't even expect to have it be cancer, and like in the same day, I was life flighted out and
Wow.
set out, but
It happened quick. Was it a brain tumor then?
yeah.
And it was causing you to have some
Well,
functions with your speech go bad.
yeah, it's like so it was in the center of my brain. Like if you go from your nose into your ear and you pin, like once those two lines come together, it's like directly there, but it's where the pituitary is, and so it destroyed some of the pituitary.
And so you had to go through chemotherapy, radiation, those typical things. How long was that? How much time did it take to go through that?
About half a year.
That's a long time for a teenager. And now how you doing?
Good.
You're a survivor.
For about 7 years now.
Yeah, about 7 years out.
And have you been participating in the Relay for Life
Yeah.
since then? Tell me a little bit about those experiences. What happens there?
Well, like we've gone like almost every year, and before cancer ever started, or like when I was just a kid, I ended up going, like it was just like a all-night free-for-all fun.
Yeah.
Like a basically carnival
Yeah,
to a kid.
that's a good way to put it.
And like the next year I ended up being bald, and was my first year as a survivor. And I think one thing that I got from that was I wasn't the only one that ended up going through that.
Yeah, you get to see all of those bags out there, because maybe, Marianne, you can tell us a little bit about what that bag is there, and how people can donate or be a part of Relay for Life by purchasing one of those.
Right. For $10, you can purchase a luminary bag, and it's about 9 o'clock at night. They have a whole ceremony, and they light the bags. And so all the way around the track, there's all these bags, and they have lights in them, and they're all lit up. And you can buy one and decorate it in honor of someone that's fighting or that has passed away, or just it's a way to honor those
Yeah.
that are still fighting for.
And like David said, I mean, you see all of those bags around the track, and each one of those bags represents somebody.
Right.
And suddenly you realize that you're not the only one. Cancer is, I mean, I don't think there's probably anybody out there who can't say that they know someone either directly related to them or at least acquainted with who has been a victim of cancer.
Right.
And here we have American Cancer Society's Relay for Life that celebrates those people who have suffered and survived, or that have gone on. So for you as a mother, how has this event affected you?
Like he says, we used to go all the time, and we'd participate and have booths and help out, and just felt like it was something we could do in the community. because sometimes you don't know what else to do. And then one day I was not a cancer mom, and the next day I was. It happens that fast. And it's just, it gave him encouragement. You become a part of a group that you never really wanted to be part of, but you are.
Yeah.
And it's just a group of people that are supporting each other. And then it's not just those that had cancer, it's anyone that's taken care of or tried. And it's just something that our community has always done. And it's nice to be able to be there. And it was nice for him to see that he's not alone. He was right between radiation and chemotherapy, so he was bald. And we came out for that weekend and did the relay, and he got to participate with some other family members that were fighting, and it was a great opportunity for him. And it was a learning, because you could see from the party atmosphere to him really understanding why we were there.
What the purpose of it was.
Right.
And again, so we're about out of time. It's June 3rd and 4th. Starting at 6 p.m. People can come, they can buy luminaries, they can donate, they can put together teams, and it's not a race, it's a walk.
It's a walk.
All night long.
And there's all kinds of booths, so if you feel like maybe you can only spend $10, come and buy a few things, all that money goes towards Relay for Life and to the American Cancer Society for research or whatever we need to do to get rid of this.
That's right. We can do it together. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course, thank you. Stay with us. Right after this break, we'll have your community calendar.
Welcome to this week's Community Calendar, presented by your local Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, building commerce one member at a time. Go to vernalchamber.com to learn more information about upcoming events. So let's get started with this week's schedule. On May 31st, the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce hosts their Chamber Luncheon at the Golden Corral. On June 1st, we have the Utah State Track and Field Games at the Uinta High School that starts at 10 a.m. and attendance is free. So join in and get your kids excited about physical activity. On June 3rd, we have the annual Relay for Life from the American Cancer Society. So get out, show your support, and help the effort. That's all we have for this week's Community Calendar. Thank you for watching. Like VTV6 on Facebook, and we'll see you next week.